Hello, crewmates and cruise addicts. This is GFree, your cruise therapist, with your daily boarding call for Wednesday, July 29th, 2026. Thanks for tuning in and welcome aboard today's boarding call, where we unpack today's biggest cruise and travel headlines without charging an overweight baggage fee or making you explain why your carry-on contains 7 pairs of shoes for a 4-night cruise. Coming up, the Disney Wish faces 2 urgent medical situations in 2 days. A plumbing repair issue temporarily puts the toilets out of service on board the Oasis of the Seas. And Royal Caribbean has big plans to bring the celebrity experience to Europe's rivers. Plus, the MSC Poesia is returning to Seattle for another Alaska season, and JetBlue is completely rearranging its fares ahead of the launch of a domestic first class. So grab your coffee or your cocktail, your passport, and your emotional support luggage. It's time for today's boarding call. First up, the Disney Wish faced 2 urgent medical situations in 2 days, a serious reminder that even the most magical vacations need emergency plans. The ship returned to Port Canaveral shortly after beginning its latest sailing because of one medical emergency, and later another passenger required an emergency evacuation by the United States Coast Guard. Public medical details remain limited. Crewmates, join me in sending the passengers, their family, our prayers, and get well wishes. The incidents also show why cruise ships maintain onboard medical centers and coordinate closely with the Coast Guard and emergency teams on land. Disney Vacation may be filled with magic, but medical emergencies still require real-world heroes, and sometimes those heroes arrive by helicopter and not by Iron Man's suit Mark 85. Toilets temporarily become unusable aboard the Oasis of the Seas. A plumbing repair issue temporarily knocked out the toilets aboard the Oasis of the Seas. A cruise ship's toilet system relies on a powerful vacuum network, so when repairs affect that system, multiple areas can be impacted at the same time. The issue was described as temporary while the crew completed repairs. So let's give the engineering team some serious RESPECT. They took care of our PP. The engineering team were not just tightening a loose nut, they were the frontline defense against a floating mutiny, working tirelessly to restore peace, dignity, and the sacred right to choose. If it's yellow, let it mellow, and if it's brown, flush it down. Celebrity Cruise Lines is heading to the rivers. Royal Caribbean Group says it has a major ambition for celebrity river cruises. Executives describe the concept as taking the look and feel of a celebrity edge class ship and miniaturizing it for Europe's rivers. So picture the Danube, but with better lighting, premium drinks, and someone quietly explaining how the infinite veranda works. The company says interest is coming from both loyal celebrity guests and Royal Caribbean cruisers who want to try river cruising without giving up a familiar brand experience. Celebrity also expects the products to command premium prices, as if that's a surprise to anyone. You cannot put edge class experience beside a medieval castle and expect the price to arrive wearing flip-flops and Crocs. Still, this could introduce river cruising to travelers who enjoy celebrities' modern design but want smaller ships, immersive ports, and more time exploring inland Europe. The MSC Poesia will return to Seattle for a 3rd Alaskan season. MSC Cruises has opened sales for the MSC Poesia Summer 2028 Alaska season in Seattle. This will mark the ship's third Alaska season, showing that MSC intends to remain a growing player in the region. Passengers can expect dramatic scenery, wildlife, glaciers, and enough fresh air to make your respiratory system ask, is this what a world with renewable energy and reducing our carbon footprint would smell like? Seattle is also a convenient departure point for many American travelers, especially those who want to combine their cruise with a pre- or post-cruise city stay. Just remember, Alaska weather likes options. Pack layers, waterproof shoes, and a jacket, even when the forecast claims summer has arrived. Alaska will look at the calendar and think, summer is merely a suggestion and not a requirement. Now, let's taxi over to airline news. JetBlue reorganizes its fares. The airline is changing the way passengers shop for flights as it prepares to introduce a new domestic first-class experience called BlueFirst. Main, Even More, BlueFirst, or Mint. Then they will choose one of three fare options: base, standard, or flex fare, depending on seat selection, change flexibility, and refundability they want. Base will generally be the cheapest option, but advanced seat selection is not included and cancellations may come with a fee. Standard includes seat selection and no change fees, while Flex offers greater refundability. BlueFirst will begin rolling out later this year on JetBlue planes and routes that do not already offer Mint. Mint is JetBlue's award-winning premium business class service featuring fully lie-flat seats, gourmet small plate dining, and priority airport perks. Even though JetBlue is giving passengers more choices, please read the fine print very carefully. A premium seat with a base fare may not automatically include premium benefits your imagination already unpacked. The travel tip of the day: when purchasing a new or redesigned airline fare, compare the restrictions, not just the seat. Check whether your fare includes advanced seat selections, check bags, same-day changes, and refunds and travel credit eligibility. Take a screenshot of the fare benefits before completing the purchase, especially while an airline is transitioning to a new pricing system, and do the math before choosing the lowest option. A cheaper fare can become very expensive once you add seat selection, baggage, and change fees, because base fare sometimes means a ticket is affordable, but every decision you make afterward needs its own credit card authorization. Now, I want to hear from you. Would 2 medical evacuations change how you think about purchasing travel insurance? How would you react if the toilets temporarily stopped working on your cruise? And are you interested in trying celebrities' upcoming river cruise experiences? I know what my answers are, but leave your answers in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Hey, again, I'm GFree, your cruise therapist. Follow the Cruise Therapy Podcast group on Facebook for more cruise news, travel alerts, destination trends, and, of course, cruise therapy. Until our next therapy session, keep calm, keep cruising, and keep listening, and I'll see you aboard Virgin Voyages Resilient Lady in the pink agave. Order me the pescado and the Oaxaca in fashion. Thanks for listening. Bye.